you for the follow, Echo. I can do you one better. I was tweeting about how everyone should go follow my friend Kate Sketches because she was really close to affiliate and all she needed was like 4 more followers. I wasn't following her. I was like, wait, you were live today? When did that happen? And then I noticed. Welcome in. Do you go by Echo? And if you feel comfortable, you can let me know your pronouns. If not, I usually just default to them. I am actually writing all of this down because my new ADHD brain has made it so that I need to write literally everything down. So I have a stream journal. I'll show it off in a little bit here. Alright, let's get into this. I'm digging the tunes this week. I'm listening to Deltarune Vibes by Helent. You can do the jams command if you would like to find the album on Spotify. I have actually never played Deltarune or Undertale. I have been told many times that I need to play it. And I feel like I would like it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Oop. Yeah, I know, like, that's the one thing. Oop. No, don't be battery low. Don't do that. That'll make it very hard to play. Because I cannot, for the life of me, use my, Okay, these are dead. So that's good. Oh, thank you. It was kind of funny. It was around Halloween, and I just found, like, I like the Maybelline, Superstay Matte ink. That is literally the only lipstick I have, because it doesn't go anywhere. And they had it in black at the pharmacy, and I was like, I need this. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the compliments. Alright, hold on. Oh, that's loud in my ears. Doesn't seem too loud in the blend, maybe a little bit. I forgot to save from last night because the game crashed on me right as I was ready to end stream. I'm like, well, that's beautiful. So we'll save. And now we can hop over into Celeste. Oh, I forgot. Let me change The one command. Tiny bit louder. I'll get the blend better for Celeste. For some reason, Dragon Quest is super loud. 100? That's right. I ended last stream on 100 strawberries. I forgot about that. Pixel chat, I was giving you praise earlier, but you are a little off the mark tonight. Proving your point, Pixel chat. I like the closed captions. I have been told web captioner is one I should look into. I hear a kitty cat. So we are... Gigi. Oh, that's right. I went back and got strawberries offline. So later on, I'm gonna have to update my strawberry counter, because trust me, you don't want me to add 23 strawberries right now. That's gonna be so painful. So I believe we actually started this chapter just to get... Yeah, okay. We got through the dialogue at the beginning of the chapter so that I could do my fun character voices. Oh, that's right. He goes the opposite direction. Get back here! Woohoo! So, I have played Celeste before. I have beaten Celeste before. I just have not played it on stream before. Oh, I forgot. It was gonna run out. No! I'm one of those people that can only play the game with the joystick. I cannot do the D-pad to save my life. Kind of just looking around for secrets. Because if I don't find any... I'm gonna have to come back for them offline. Oh, that's right. I need him to go up. Whoop! Owie! I almost died. I did die. Oh, shoot! Nope, I had the right idea. I think I have to do that and then get off. Wait. Excuse me. Do I hang on to the side of it? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. No, because he's not breaking them. Why aren't you breaking them? Nah, I missed it. Inky, what do you want? What do you want, little kitty cat? I do see a place I can go over there. Shoot! No. Okay, I have to like dash off of that immediately. I think I want to take him to the left, like the top left screen. So much momentum. Thank you for lurking, Echo. Oh, that was it. That was it. No! Get back here. There we go. No! Whew! Whew! Saved it! This is a tricky one to thread the needle. Close. Feel like I have the right idea. All right. Woo! Ooh, almost smushed. Ooh. So you get that extra momentum. No secrets. At least I'm not seeing any yet. I'm sure there are secrets. No luck. I don't even think I could get anywhere. Nope, wrong way. I always forget that they will dash like the opposite of you. That was a start. There's nothing over here? Alright. If you're sure. Aw. I gotta, like, try to jump up him very quick. Ooh, and duck. Come on. That was my fault. That was also my fault. Oh, shoot! No! I didn't mean it! Okay, I have to just stay on that side then. Easy enough. I don't know about you guys, but it is the last work day of the year for me, which I am ever so psyched about. Oh shoot, I let go. There's, you have to get the momentum, okay. Got it. Music's getting more intense. Okay, I got a wall jump off of that. To get to the feather. This is such a good chapter. For those who are... Nah, so close! For those who are new to this game or are just catching up, we were very close to the summit of the mountain. And this mountain has kind of been... It's been, kind of haunted almost. You're faced with a lot of inner peril that becomes outer peril very quickly on the mountain. So, we came here to try to, like, run away from our anxiety and just let's climb a mountain, because that seems like a logical next step in life. Kind of stressed, don't know what to do, let's climb a mountain. In a dream sequence, we have a part of ourselves start to chase us, because it's the pragmatic part of ourselves that says, darling, we are not a mountain climber. Why are we doing this? This isn't like us. This is too much for us. We need to go home. Oop. And so, after we deal with that part of ourselves not being supportive of our goals, we go to the next chapter. Oh, shoot! And in the next chapter, we have to... Ow. We have to help someone who used to run a hotel on the mountain that... Come on. Sad. They used to run a hotel on the mountain and it's fallen into disarray. So we're helping them with their anxiety while we're dealing with our own. Ah, that's tough. I think I need to hook back. After... Oh, come on. We go through a weird mirror temple that kind of, like, makes our anxieties physically real, and they become monsters that chase us, which is just great. And after we escape that with our climbing buddy, Theo, we have a heart-to-heart about why we're climbing the mountain, and about this part of ourselves that seems to want us to fail. And we confront that part of ourselves. Main character Madeline is so sure that the part of herself that is pragmatic and doesn't think she can do this is pretty much the source of her anxiety, and she wants to leave it behind. That's not how part theory works. Oh, we did it. Rude. Rude. Alright. Is there anywhere else to go? I don't think so. Oh, haha. There's a lot of secret areas. But I don't think I've seen a single strawberry. What? That seemed cheap. Let's try this again. A second time. I have to find a better way. You have to dash into the ones that have a bubble around them. Like, you cannot activate them without dashing. I feel like this game is so not conducive to me having, like, regular... oh, come on! Regular conversation with chat. Shoot. Shoot! It's so hard to come out of that one, too. Like, let's say you get into it without dying, but then to get yourself wrapped around is hard. Shoot! Hi, Chaos. Yeah, I don't know who put all of these spiky things on the mountain. I could do without him. Ah, so close! That was the best I've done yet. Shoot. Woo! All right. Oh, you broke that for me. I kind of want to see what's down here. This map is so big, I keep feeling like I'm going a different way than the game expects me to go, and I'm still, like, running out of places to go. Like, I haven't seen a single strawberry. I think I need to bop that bottom one. There we go. Ah, you brat. It's hard to know. Sometimes you have to dash into them to get the right momentum, and sometimes if you dash, you'll get the wrong momentum. Okay, deep breaths. We did it. Shoot. I was gonna say, please give me this room at least. Shoot! Oh, so close. I don't know if we're going to beat Celeste tonight or not. I called it the finale in my Discord, and then I was like, I actually might be a liar. Shoot, no! Dang it. Mostly it's because I forget how long this section of the game is. Brat. We did it! Oh, it's a birdie. And an elevator? Oh, hello again. Of course you're here. Calling it quits, I see. No, I fell. It's over. That's probably for the best. The mountain doesn't pull any punches. Yeah, I get it. I wasn't strong enough to climb your stupid mountain. You can laugh at me again if you want. Oh, I didn't mean actually laugh. Sometimes you gotta know when to throw in the towel. You'll get over it. You know what? I had a lot of time to think climbing out of this cave. And I'm already over it. That part of me was right. I can't do this. I'll just go home to my sad life and be miserable forever. You clearly aren't over it. Shut up, I know. I don't want to give up. But no matter how hard I try, she sabotages me every step of the way. A lot of kids come here to climb this mountain only to give up. It's a shame that you fell. I was starting to think you'd make it. What makes me so special? I've never met someone so angry at themselves. Honestly, I thought you'd reach the summit just to spite yourself. Gee, thanks. This girl you're talking about, it sounds like she's holding you back. Talk to her. Figure out why she's so scared. You think she's scared? I guess I never thought of it that way. Stop wasting both of our time and ask her. What have you got to lose? A fancy shout out too. Hi, Papa Pup. Yes, we are doing Celeste. We are doing chapter 6. I hesitate to call it the finale because I forget how long this chapter is. Hi, Biscuit. Welcome in, everybody. I am honestly doing super great. I am just thrilled to not have to work anymore this year. What? I was on the side. I disagree. Whee! Huh? I was not ready for that. Ah, give it to me. Aw, rude. Well, that's how you do it then. I think it's a tiny skip. Yeah, this might not... I'm definitely going to die. Come on. But I have played this and beat it before. I am not speedrunner good. As clearly evidenced here. Wait, can I just drop? I thought I died when I tried that last. Okay, you have to go just a little bit to the right, but I don't know what the hitbox of the spikes are like then. All of this for a shortcut. Okay. Yes, this game is literally impossible. Nobody has ever beaten it before, ever. And anyone who says they have are lying. Stop it. Stop it. Let me out. Free me! Okay, it did give me a checkpoint. We're talking a little bit about part theory, because that's what a lot of this game revolves around. That was actually really cool. I don't think I've seen a single strawberry yet, and I've been looking. My strawberry counter is not up to date. I have 23 strawberries to add to it, and to avoid spamming the heck out of chat and not being able to see the game for like 5 minutes, I figured I would do it offline. This is the first time we've kind of done an underwater precision section. Yeah, this game is not the kind of game that you would do a death counter with, because the deaths are so quick and effortless that there's not much of a point. Plus, like, the game shows you your deaths. Ah, shoot. I don't know why I didn't see that. Ah! Not much of a way to sight read that. Because you get so much momentum. So we are chasing after this pragmatic part of ourselves that wants us to stop climbing the mountain and just give up and go home. Looking for me? I thought you were done with me. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. You think you've got it all figured out? You think you don't need me? I said I'm sorry. We need to move past this. You expect me to trust you? You aren't innocent here either. But I know you're scared. Look, we're at rock bottom. There's no point in fighting. I can keep digging. I could pull us down to the center of the earth. What would be the point? No! I cry. Are my other Joy-Cons charged enough? 1 second. Oh yeah, I need to show off my stream journal. By the way, since we don't have a first redemption yet, if you want to nab that, I will write your name down in my fancy journal. It's about as close to free as you can get for a channel points redemption. Thank you, Chaos. Oh yeah, it's backwards. Pretend you can read that. I know, a lot of people will think it's already taken so that they won't even check, and honestly, I don't blame you. 1 second. This is my stream journal. This is where I'm writing everything down, because I forget everything. You can make me drink. It would be easier for me if I had water. Oops. That counts, right? I should get some water, though. But yes, a stream journal to write down, like, oh, this is what we played, these were the follows, these were the bits, That looked empty? No, it couldn't have possibly been empty. Here, watch. I'll take a drink. See? Delicious. Delicious, nutritious air. I have to go get some water. I will grab some then. Oop, that's the wrong overlay. This is the right one. What would be the point? Let's climb out of here. Together. Come close to me and I'll make you regret it. Shoot! No! She juked! She juked me! Thank you so much for stopping by, Papa Pup. Glad to see you. Glad to share some Celeste deaths with you. And fake hydrate with you. What? I thought the rock was gonna block that. Come on, come on. Ah, shoot. I think that was near the end of the room, too. No! You get out of here. Battling. I thought I had her there. Ah, it's so much faster than I remember. Brat. I forgot she switched attacks. Oh, I didn't see the spikes! Dang it! So much of this game is like, how good are you at sight reading a room? Again! Let's go again. No, not twice in a row. No! Ooh. Blaze it. Gotcha. Oh, I thought I dodged. Oop. I don't know why. I thought I jumped there. Okay, when I get there, I have to go fast. That was a very quick room. Oh! Some of these rooms are much quicker. No, mister! Shoot. Oh, she has a bit of a she's got a magnetizing pull, except when I need her to pull me in. Because there she, like, pulls you in. And that time she didn't. Battle in. Stop it. You stop it. That hurts. That hurts too. I don't know which hurts more. Okay, that was how to do it then. Like, sometimes you either have to wait her attacks out, or you have to be able to do it perfectly in, like, the first cycle. Shoot. Alright, this is gonna be a long room. I can tell. Shoot! I had no way of knowing that. That actually wasn't that long of a room. Oops. No! I went past her! Stop going past her! You gotta get her! We fighting with ourselves. Oh, this is tough. Shoot, that's such a tight corner. Like, you have to do a turn back there. Yeah, that's so tight. Ah, I actually thought I missed the feather. Oh, that's the closest yet. I don't actually know how I died there. Maybe on the bottom spikes? I keep doing that. like hitting it straight on because I don't want to hook it too much. But then I'm not hooking it enough. Listen, don't you dare. You are not lasering me now. That's not how you do it. That's also not how you do it. Come on. Oh, you moved? Excuse me? Oops, too close. Aw, man. I like corner grabbed there. Don't you dare. I thought I was gonna die there. Shoot, I shouldn't have jumped. I should have stayed down. Should have stayed down too. Hi, Fudge. Thank you for lurking. Ah! I will have fun screaming. 1 second. No, I missed you again. Get over here, battling. Ah, shoot! So close. No! Ah, I thought I landed on that. Don't get me wrong, we are making great progress. Oh. Fudge, I have no water. I'm very sorry to tell you this. I know. Such a bad streamer. Has a hydrate, has no water. You aren't a mountain climber. I'm just trying to help you. None of this would have happened if you had listened to me. Oh, she killed me. Now I can hydrate. Oh, this is a weird room. You kind of have to look out for the safe spots. Oh, I didn't see that until it was too late. Ooh. I see. I have to go over the top. 1 second. Ah, that was almost it. That was almost it. Oh no! Come on. Come on. Got him! Oh, that was so close. I almost lost to that orb. Orb. Oh, I thought I was gonna get the boost. Sometimes you get such a big boost. Shoot. I should not have dashed. Sometimes your momentum jump is so late. These platforms move slow unless you need them to not move slow. Come on. Shoot! I went over her head. It's like when you go over her head, the game doesn't really know what to do. It expects that you wouldn't make it there. And she, like, jukes out of the way. Why did I not get it that time? So obnoxious. I keep having that happen. I'm not sure what to do differently. Let's find out. Not that. Not that. Almost, though. Nope! No! Grab the ledge. Too close. Too close. What? I disagree. I did not hit that at all. Now we blame the controller. Right? There we go. Alright. One annoying room down. More to go, probably! Oh, you can just drop down. That would have been the thing to do. You brat. What? Oh, that hurts. Some of this stuff, like, you cannot know. I lost track of where I was. Again! I keep getting, like, flung off of her to the left, and it keeps killing me. I think I have to grab that platform. Dang it. See, this section, because you're in a chase and escape sequence, like, it's so stressful. Even though the retry times are rather quick, it just stresses me out. Oh no! That and, like, some of these rooms are so long. That by the time you're getting to the part that you actually need to retry again? I disagree. So close. Hi, Mo! Ah, ah, ah. No! Ah! How was your stream? Happy stream anniversary. Ah, shoot, that went the wrong way. Fudge, if you're there, can I get a shout out for Mo? If not, I can get it in a minute. Oh, I dashed instead of jumped. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, jump! Jump, Gigi, jump! That's 100% me. I'm pressing the wrong button. Dang it. Thank you so much for being here, Mo. Ah! I went over the top again. I wish she had a nicer hitbox sometimes. I keep missing those spikes. That's the second time I've gotten there, and I just don't see the spikes. Nah, you didn't get the boost. We killed each other? Wasn't that sweet? have to go so far just to try again. Get God. Get God. Oh, I hate this part so much. Here I am thinking, oh, that room was bad. We must be through it now. This one you have to, like, you have to juke her so that she doesn't... Ah. No! I hit it from the wrong side! So close. So close. Let's do this. Sorry, I will not be very good at reading chat for a little bit here. This room is intense. The feathers are one of my least favorite mechanics, just because they are so hard to control. They move so fast. And that hook is coming at you so quickly. I did it again. What? No! I didn't grab that feather? I guess I didn't. I should have landed down. No, 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 no. Okay. I think that was the last room. Thank you, Biscuit. See, my one little ace up my sleeve is that I've played this before. So my brain is like, you've done this before. I know you can do this. I literally know that you can do this. This is not outside of your difficulty. Fine. You win. I guess you don't need me after all. If you want me to go away, I'll try. That's not what I want. I need your help now more than ever. Please, let's work together. Work together? You're joking, right? It's okay to be scared. Are you guys ready? Double dash. Double dash. can now dash twice. So, the power of Celeste Mountain that made the pragmatic part of ourself that kind of was causing this inner conflict, it made her real. Like, it gave her her own physical form, her own sentience. And then, with all of that, that part of ourself was able to kind of vocalize that she was unhappy with a lot of our current life choices. And as you're climbing the mountain, you're fighting with her. And this is actually how part theory, which is a psychological theory, works, is that you have different parts of yourself. And if you don't listen to them and talk to them and validate how they're feeling, you're going to cause a lot of this inner conflict. How did we do that? If we can climb like that, maybe we can still reach the summit. You still want to climb the mountain? Why would we go back up there? It's good to see you two playing nice. Hey, thanks for talking some sense into me earlier. Don't mention it. I'm glad I can still be useful every now and then. Gigi! Gigi, you're okay. I ran down to help, but it looks like you're doing fine. Thanks, Theo. Honestly, maybe that fall was what I needed. Is this the part of you that you were talking about? She's like an adorable goth Gigi. Hi. You were right, Theo. I shouldn't be afraid of her. If her and I work together, I think we could still finish the climb. That's so rad. Wait, no. I didn't agree to this. You said we'd talk about things first. You're right. I understand that you're scared, but we both know that this is something we want to do. We have to try one last time. Yeah, you got this. I don't know. Ooh, sushi! Enjoy your lurk, Chaos. We were so close, and then we, fell. The mountain tore us apart. Yeah, that happened. But I have to believe we can put that behind us. I have to believe that we're capable of this. It's not a bad idea. It'll still be difficult, mind you. But I'm amazed you got as far as you did, butting heads like you were. I reckon you can make it if you cooperate. Okay. I'll try. Can I help? You've already done so much for me. Let me hold your bag at least. Good idea. This won't take long. I'm determined. Alright. Summit is next. Oh, that's so cool. I have to figure out, are there straight up no strawberries in that chapter? Oh, look at that death count. Beautiful, baby. Oh, no, there are no strawberries in that part. Okay. I was like, I'm looking everywhere for these dang things. I hope you guys are enjoying the last winding down bit of your year. We're gonna end the year on a good note, climbing this dang mountain. Oop. This music fills me with so much determination, it's not even funny. nothing over here. I thought maybe there would be. Ah, I should have just went straight. Again! Again! Ooh, you fighting a green dragon. Good luck. That was too much. There we go. Little too much. Not enough. Again, too much. Shoot. You banished it on turn 1? That's wild. Ah, that was the closest. Got it. Surprise, 2 strawberries. Oh, it's tight. Yeah! We're not gonna add the strawberry. Well, I'll add the 1, but the counter's way off. The counter's at 101. I'm at 124. Ah, shoot. I thought I grabbed the wall. So close! Let's get it. Now, strawberries are optional. I want to go after all of them, but not necessarily on stream. There are some strawberries that I will be content getting offline. Oh yeah, also, subscribers, check it out. There are new sub badges. And they are lovely. I don't see anywhere else to go on this little map, so I think that's it. We got... Shoot! No! Okay, saved it. Didn't save it. Ow. I keep trying to go diagonally. It's the 3rd time in a row. There we go. Woo! Oh, it was an illusion of a dragon, and you just wasted a high-level spell. No, no! Is that something to the right? I feel like I should be able to go that way. I guess not. Alright. We will follow you part of us. Aha! I remembered there was something here. That's probably why I yelped and said no! We're getting the hang of that. If you say so. This mountain doesn't stand a chance. Stop jinxing it. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Nailed it! Ooh, a need? No, I can't use both dashes. I say as I just use both dashes. I have to be able to save one somehow. Nope. I'm trying to corner jump there. Shoot. Shoot! Hi, Fern! Thank you for the hydrate. Yes, you guys should check out, I've got new sub and bit badges. So you can add a very cool Super Mario coin. Oh, I did it! Woo! Well, I can die there. It's okay now. I got the berry. So I need to get on the other side of that. No! Aw, so close. I hope you are doing well, Fern. I mean, I hope you're all doing well. Shoot. Woohoo! Oh, shoot. I think I need to cling to the wall. Woo! My berry counter is not updated, but I'll make the pretty thing shine on the screen. Secrets! Secrets! That was not what I was expecting. Well, that does me no good. Can I make that without... No, I think you need to dash, but then you have to hook back right away. It's so close. So close. Ah. Ooh, can I make that without dashing? The first one? I can. That's a game changer. Oh no, I went under it. I was gonna try to grab it from that side and see if I can do it that way. Under it again. Let's grab it. No! I was holding on for too long. Nope. I still want to try. We did it! I actually almost went up and missed the strawberry. I would have been quite sad. Oop, I forgot it actually kicked me back to the left. Oops! I didn't even see that. You guys see it? Yeah! That's a gem! I have to grab that wall on the left. Too far. Shoot! Too high. Oh, we got this. Bam! Oh, we're back here! And I can't go back? What? I feel like I missed something. Well, that stinks. Ah, shoot. Like, I want to go back to the left, but I'd have to loop the whole way back around. All I can hope is that it was leading me to this place. I wonder if that's how you have to do it. It's close. I can't think of how else to get up there. Maybe I skipped the wall. Okay, that's almost it. That's almost it. But how do I get back? Not like that. Not like this. Try again. Try again. Try again. Oh, I thought I had it. That was close. I must have just missed the corner of it. Woo! That is how you do it. Let's celebrate. No! Oh, that hurts a bit. Hurts the soul. Again? Again. The game makes sure it's like, no, you died once an embarrassing way? No, you have to die 3 times. In an embarrassing way. We did it! Got it. Can't go up. Oh, shoot. All right. I think I need a dash to get through there. There we go. Yeah, look at that strawberry. First try. Let's get some hype. That's not what I wanted at all. No, I know there's something else there, dang it. I was trying to avoid it. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I'm just waiting for something to go wrong. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. You know what's really scary? I'm starting to believe you. No, I thought that was a platform. How rude. Oh, I didn't even see that little spiky block there. Stop it. Stop it. We can do this. to go from that one from the bottom. Look at us go! Look at us go! I missed it! So close. We have to, hook it from a diagonal to get back. No, it's so close! We got this. We missed it again! I gotta hit that peridot. And there I missed the first one. Shoot! Started sliding. Grab the wall, Gigi. So close. No! Again? Again? Ah! It's really weird to know when it's going to line up and when it won't. There we go. Look at us go. Oop! I didn't mean to dash. One of those times. Oop! I thought I grabbed. Shoot. I feel like I remember... I must be doing it wrong. I thought you got an extra boost out of the void block, but I must be doing it wrong. Woohoo! Saved it! Almost lost it. Let's go back. And we should start, oh yes, over here. Close. Oh, that was the right way to go. This one's a toughie. I remember this one being particularly tough. Because, of course, you can only safely touch the void blocks from certain positions. Oop. I've lost control of the buttons. We got it back. Getting that third one seems very tricky. Almost. Almost had it. We'll try a little bit more. That was unfortunate. No! Oh, that was so close. Yeah, I'm sorry if this stream is gonna end up being a lot of me yelling no dramatically like Michael Scott from The Office. See, once I understand how the game wants you to solve a puzzle, I'm filled with like a newfound energy to solve the puzzle. Even if the timing inputs are very tricky. Ah! See, I would go up if I could, but to go up you have to enter it from the bottom, and the bottom has spikes on it, so that is not possible. Means the game wants you to cut it diagonally. So close! Dang it! And once you enter the block, you cannot change your direction. It's not like the feather. How was that not it? How was that not it? Oh, that would have been it. Hi, Mom. We're getting a really particularly stubborn strawberry. Oh, no! That was it! That was it. Ah, shoot. Sugar. I want this berry. Sometimes if like you get too far away, you can tell that you're losing the height you need. That was too much height there. There we go. Now. Woo! We did it! Ooh, Mom, look at your new fancy sub badge. That's the 3-month subscriber badge, and it looks beautiful next to your name. Okay, there's nothing there. Ooh, that was close. I actually thought I was going to die. I have to go back down. No, not over. Not over. Gigi. I said down. There we go. I knew you were hiding there. Do I want meal delivered now or after stream? I won't be going too terribly late. I've been sticking to about 3-hour time chunks. Granted, I am trying to beat this tonight. We'll see if that happens. But I could come pick it up and get the paintings too. If you are not in the Discord, you should be. And you can see the beautiful paint pour pictures that Barry Sachs and I did. Thank you, Fudge. Really? Nothing there? Okay. No! Ooh, I see Barry is playing My Time at Portia. Oh, that's embarrassing. Madeline! Madeline! Why are you dropping me? I know, right? She's just like, nah. She did. She was like, you know what? You know what? No. Screw you. I want this strawberry. You can wait. You get to wait now. Alright. Let's go. Nice job back there. Look at you. Miss Positivity over here. You're so supportive. Don't push your luck. This room's cursed. No! Woohoo! Sorry, that was loud. It's Barry who gets to look at us as we gather berries. The count is not accurate. I just like showing off the little strawberry. We're at 136. I played a little off stream and then I forgot to update my counter, but you can only go one at a time. I feel like you flung yourself back way faster than you've been going. He didn't, but I'm gonna pretend that he did. Again! I don't think you can do the command twice in one line. Oh, you gave Ginger a new treat. Maybe I go up higher. Oh, no! I got too excited. Alright, don't get too excited. Gigi! I said don't get too excited! So it was like a liquid pouch, huh? Oop, too hard. Ah, should have waited a little on that platform. Aw, I was on the wall too. one did it! Oh, you absolute butt. All right, we did it. We in there. One room down. Next room to go. Nope, I need to save a dash. I'm getting too excited. There we go. I hate this. I knew that was gonna happen. The doorbell makes you happy? I'm happy that my dog can't hear it because she would just, every time it goes off. Which is gonna be a lot of times in this room. What? Get out of here. I can get it consistently. I can't get out of there. I think I need to dash again to get out of there. No, that was bad timing. Got it. We in there. I see you hiding over there on the left. Oh! Yeah! Look at that! I don't think I've ever seen this before. I have to do this room again now? That feels oddly punishing. Yeah, those cassette tape rooms do kind of like blend with the environment nicely. It's great, honestly. Trying to figure out how to go after that straw baby. Oh no! I wonder if that might be the way, though. Do you know the way? I don't think I can go left and then right. I think, yeah, you'd have to come back up. It doesn't even give me a chance to try to, like, go up left diagonal. Like, that's what I want to do, but it kills you so quickly. And I feel like that's what you have to do. Got it. That's what I was trying to do. Shoot. So close. Oh, why did I do that? I don't even have an excuse. I don't know how I survived that. All right. Got it. It gives you that nice little recovery area, I think, because it knows. Oh, this strawberry might not happen. It does look like worms on the floor. We call it tentacle goop. No! Oh, that was close! Shoot. You get one shot. You get one shot at that. Thank you, Mom. No! Oh, shoot! I needed to be quicker. I missed it. I dashed! You're not gonna believe me, but I dashed. Me down. I hate the tentacle worms so much. Oops. I hit right, but okay. I missed the berry. This was never a question of could I clear the room, this was a question of can I get the berry. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Shoot. Prepare to hear doorbells a lot. I should have stayed still. I would have been fine. I don't know why I waited that long. I was trying to grab the wall. Too slow. I tried to go just straight right. Yeah. You tell that spider. These things do kind of look like little spiders. Let me dash! Let me get out of there! Oh, you're getting sound alerts set up? They're fun. I find the most fun part is just to pick out ones that match your brand pretty well. Do I want it? I want it. Is there a gem for every section? Okay. I'm walking away from this one because this is 100% timing from the start. I will try one more time. I'll try one more time. That didn't count. Does a portion of revenue go to the board? What board? Oh, like sound alerts, like if people use bits to do sound alerts. I don't think they get anything. I think you can do like a premium sound alerts thing where you can unlock extra slots, and then of course they're getting money out of you. Okay, that was close. Oh, that was almost it. Just down a little more. It's a fair question though, because like they are a tool that are playing sounds like that you can charge people bits for, so it does make sense. Oh, almost. So close. Alright, slow down, slow down. Almost. So close. It's all horizontal dashing. Yes! That's a good point. So, I mean, as far as I know, granted, I don't charge a lot of bits for anything. Shay could be a good one to ask because they have a bit redemption thing for like 1,000 bits, and it's just a joke one that Dennis redeems all the time. Ooh, almost. close. Oops. You are totally fine. I do not mind. It's something like I genuinely don't think of. Yep, that is something else. I recommend looking into trigger fire. Honestly, you could, with trigger fire, you can do it with channel points. Like, you can have someone pay channel points and, like, pull up a little video, or pull up a GIF, or pull up a sound. We'll try a couple more times. Trigger fire, F-Y-R-E. Woo! So trigger fire is actually what I do for this. And it pops the little GIF up. Ow. I have that little document. I believe it's pinned in Shay's and in my Discord, and it does talk a little bit about trigger fire if you need a hand. Oh, that was so painfully close. Are links allowed? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Like a link browser source? Okay, I'm going along the bottom here. So close. So we're doing L dashes here. Oh yeah, you can post the website. I used to have that turned off, but I wanted people to be able to share links if they make clips. So close! Ah! Yeah, that looks right. And then, oddly enough, you don't want the one that, mentions OBS. You literally just want, like, the home page. So I had only turned them off because I kept getting all those dumb follow bots. When I was just starting out, like, I would get at least 2 per stream of, like, buy followers and views now. And so I turned them off because even though I had Nightbot set to literally block the phrase big follow or big follows, it didn't work. Maybe because it was in the link. Have you never had any of those bots show up in your chat and they post a message that just says, buy followers and prime subs and views now, and then they post a link? Oh, you're good. You're good. That I had turned off my links in chat because I was getting a lot of those follow bot things. And I just, like, I was getting sick of it, so I said, nope, I'm gonna turn off links in chat. This could be a good place to use... Nope. Every time I try to use the D-pad, I just am so bad at it. Dang it. Come on. I'm glad you think I am good at this because I'm struggling with this part, but this is an optional strawberry. So I can walk away. And honestly, part of the challenge is knowing when to walk away. Maybe I do want to go at it from an angle. I don't know. Nope, wrong button. The inputs are very tricky. To get a diagonal dash versus a horizontal dash is quite finicky. And then, of course, if your momentum is wrong, you'll hit the wall, and you'll die, and you'll cry a little on the inside, and then you'll probably walk away. This is why I'm okay with getting strawberries offline. Because I can read a guide that's like, oh, your best chance of doing this is, like, do the L-shaped dash. See, that makes sense to me, but then I don't have enough height. Try a little more. Yeah, like, I run out of momentum. Alright, we'll walk away for now. And I can get it offline. No! Oh, so close. Oh, I grabbed that wall. Stop bullying me, game. Got it. I thought there would be something over there. I know, game was like, I think I have to go from the wall there. Oops. Okay, I have to go left first, or I screw myself. Gee, battling? She set me up. There we go. There we go. I hope Mr. Oshiro is okay. Why? He treated you like garbage. Yeah, but I still care about him. And you don't have to snap at him like you did. Whatever. I mean it. You're way too aggressive. Well, you put too much energy into bad people who will just end up hurting you. Mr. Oshiro isn't a bad person. He transformed into a monster. He tried to hurt you. And now you're defending him? I'm not defending him. I'm on your side here. I'm mad at him too. I might still be in that hotel if you hadn't forced the issue. But I still hope he's alright. Okay. I'm sorry. For snapping at Mr. Oshiro. Thanks. It's in the past now. Oh, yep. This is the different kind of orb. So what the game is doing now is it is going back through all of the past chapters of the game, but in a much quicker manner. Shoot. shoot. Such a tricky section of thread the needle. Dang it! What? Man, that one's tough. I feel like I should be able to just do what I'm doing here, go straight over, but it's not giving me enough height. Go, G! Hello! Oh my goodness! We'll move over to the raid scene while I say hello. You get the epic Celeste music in the background. Oh, look at all those emotes. Welcome in! How was your art stream? Goji was working on it's called a Vroid model, right? Yeah, look at it! Mopsy Bebop. I commissioned this from them. Check it out. These are my stats. This is me. I am your local halfling plant witch. I am literally 5 feet tall, so I think I'm a pretty fair candidate for a halfling. Oh, it's coming along? That's great. It's so cool. I love it so, so much. Thanks again, Mo. Perfect. Chef's kiss. My name is Redria Plays. I do a lot of sandbox games and platformers and farming sims. I'm also a Nintendo stan, so you can catch me playing a lot of your classic titles, and then I've been branching out into some indie games lately. But I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming over after your stream. If any of you guys have to leave, go get a drink, get a snack, lurk, feel free. Welcome in. If you like what you see, click that follow button, perhaps. Yes, I know, Barry, you got me beat at 4'10". That's why you wear heels all the time. Love you, Barry. We are doing the Celeste Summit. 3'8", impressive. But I suppose goblins do have... No! Yes, very true. You're also a goblin. Hee. Will you go land on the platform? You have climbed this whole dang mountain, and now you can't even climb up onto a platform. Gigi! Alright, we did it. We also came stupid close to dying there, which would have been just so great. Oh, I hate this. I disagree. For what it's worth, I disagree. This game is very challenging. I have to save a dash. I usually piece together the puzzles rather quickly. I have also played this before, and I have beaten it before. This is my first time going after all the strawberries. Please, forgive me that my strawberry counter is outdated. I'm at 139. I did a little bit of off-stream playing, and I forgot to come and update the counter. That's what you have to do. I see it now. But we are going to ring in the new year with some Celeste. And then I'll be doing Breath of the Wild tomorrow. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I hate the snowballs so much. I forgot that this was a part of this chapter. I hate it. This game is hard enough. You don't need to give me a new thing to die to. I promise you I'll find a way to die to it. I promise. That was pretty close, actually. No! Dang it. Are you guys done working for the year as well? And I figured ending the year off with climbing this mountain was a pretty nice challenge. Even if it's a bit of a light challenge because I've done it before. Oh, you guess you are done working for the year. Surprise! It's a pleasant surprise, isn't it? No! Ooh, you've been taking time to rest for the end of the year, too. Oh, Litchi. Never apologize. Ah, I don't know how to do it! I'm so close! Let me get a shout out going. No! I didn't want to do that! I'm glad I at least finished this room before trying to get this strawberry. Because this one's annoying. I think you have to mid-air a strawberry. I don't think you can... I've been trying to, like, wait on it. I'll come back for it later. Oops. Down lower. I see. I see. I see. Too low. Oh, I gotta go on the side? Blaze it. Shoot! I have to get back on it real quick, pull it up a little bit. And climb on the side. I don't think I was gonna get that through here, was I? No, I had to get it through here. Game's like, guess what? You were wrong. Come back! Dang it. Yeah, I am by no means a Celeste speedrunner, but I've beaten the game before. I've played the game before. This is going to be my attempt at getting the strawberries. Come back! Yes, yes, yes! Yep, that is the moral of the story, is that trans people can double jump and wave dash, and they get all sorts of amazing powers on Celeste Mountain. That's right. Okay. Shoot. I am filled with so much determination. And a lot of death. No! No, dang it! I think I grabbed the wrong wall for like a second. Wait, why did I stop wall climbing? I wasn't red. Was I? Was I red? You have to get both of those. Shoot. Nope, I ran out of dash. Oops. I keep meaning to jump off of that platform and I'm dashing by accident. There we go. Ah, no, thread the needle. And yes, Chrissy, thread the needle means bonk your head on spikes. You are so right. Oh, shoot. Not up high enough. Oh. Gigi, can you pretty please? I know that canonically the character's name is Madeline. Oh, I got so much momentum, I forgot about that. That like if you're climbing and holding on to that block and you jump, it will fling you upward. Oop. Well, that was dumb. Thank you, Goji. I am filled with determination. I remember this being a bear of a room. Like, every now and then, you just know that some rooms are super bad, and some of the rooms are just gonna take forever. Yes! Yes! We did it, and we got a berry out of it. Well, that's a death. That's another one. Please. Please let me in. Yes. No. Shoot. Okay. Missed it again. That actually happened a lot in chapter 6, where I would like go over stuff a lot. Need to go straight horizontal. Straight horizontal. Yeah, you added this whole soundtrack to your Spotify. I've got it in my Game Jams playlist. It's so good. Honestly, anything by Lena Raine is in my Spotify. No! It's so close. We're on the final chapter, Lynxie. No! There we go. There we go. We did it. I knew we could do it. Berry pie incoming. 141. Shh, no! Dang it! Dag nabbit! Why didn't you grab it? I guess I pressed X. Nothing like bonking your head on a set of spikes. There we go. That looked suspicious. I had to check for strawberries. Madeline? Madeline. Why didn't you grab the orb, though? Shoot! So close. Shoot. I could have probably saved that too. Did it again. The inputs are so finicky. No, I grabbed the wall though. Pixel chat, you didn't even try. Yes, a lot of chapter 6 was learning more of part theory and learning more self-acceptance. You threw me straight into those spikes, Battlein. Straight into the spikes. Do you at least feel sorry about it? Did it hurt when you threw me into the spikes again? Thank you. for not throwing me into the spikes that time. That was a close one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd make it. Maybe you were right. Maybe this is too dangerous. No, I was wrong. We can climb this mountain. I've got your back. And I believe in you. That means a lot to me. Let's freaking go! No! No! Oh, I didn't even see that. Staring off into space. Shoot, so close. Honestly, how do I get back from that is the thing. I see. Yeah! We got the berry! Take a look, y'all. So, do you guys have any exciting year-end goals? Or any exciting, goals for the new year? If you are not following Linksy, last I checked, you were 3 away from 200. Look at those cats! Look at those cats! I remember that. I think I redeemed double cat time. Oh my god, look at them. I love it. Yeah, if you're not following Linksy, this is what you are missing out on. 2 away now. Go click that follow button. I know, right? It just kind of randomly picks a clip, but that one is golden. Ooh, shoot. You're gonna draw something every day, and you read over 12 books this year, which was your goal. No. See, now that I... Ooh, nope, too much. Too spicy. I'm also very bad at sitting down to actually read. I mean, like, it's a reasonable New Year's goal, I feel. Nailed it! Yup, ADHD gang, what up? Why does there have to be a key here? Oh, there's a strawberry on the other side. Well, that's a good way to do it, though, is like give yourself a book that is harder to read, and then give yourself a book that is a real treat to read. And you're just like, yeah, I want to read this, though. And that's not to say that, like, you don't want to do it. You're not forcing yourself to read. You're just trying to stick with your goal. Shoot. Oops. Oh, you get all fidgety even if you enjoy the content. I can understand. No! Shoot. Shoot. All right, we did it. We got the strawberry. We got the strawberry berry. You think you're so slick. Oh, I gotta grab it from the other side. I understand now. Shoot, not like that. So the berry counter is wrong. You can type !berry and it'll pop a really cute GIF, but we're at 143. Come on. Dang it. Yeah, the counter is behind because I did some offline strawberry collecting. You have to pop it for the GIF. But you want to know something funny? Because I have a very budget capture card, the only way I can view the game footage is through my OBS overlay. So every time someone does that command, it literally blocks my game view. And of course, you wouldn't use that to your advantage or anything, would you? So close. So close. We did it! We got the strawberry. No, no one would sabotage. Not at all. This is a toughie. Come on. Be nice. Closer. Or at least to the point where I feel like I could get out of there. I can dash back left, then. Or right. Gotta drop a little first, though. Got it! Got it! Well, okay, it puts me here then. Okay, you have to use the spring. You have to time it better than I am. Oh, that was it. Can't tell you exactly what I'm doing each time as I'm doing it, unfortunately. Well, that would have been it if I had gone up. That wasn't it. Let me up. Got it. We in there. Oh, no thanks. Come on, I hit right. Free strawberry. 145. Oh, shoot. Let's do this. Done that twice now. Unfair. Oh, I ran out of... I should have held, right a little more. Keep doing that. I'm so filled with determination right now. Oh yeah, let me write down. We had a raid from Goji. I have to write things down in the stream journal or I forget. I even have some stickers in it that Litchi gave me. Oh no, she failed to jump up to the sink. Ah. There we go. Need to get her a stool so she can get up easier. Shoot. I don't think I saved progress. Nope. I feel like, if anything, her pride was probably the most damaged thing. Oh, no. That was wrong. Oh, you left to laugh? You gave her some privacy? Almost, almost. No! Oh, it kills you? That's rude. There was definitely a safe platform down there. So yes, I write down follows, bits, subscribers. In my stream journal, I write down raids, I write down follows. I'm trying to keep track of nicknames that people go by. And pronouns if people feel comfortable sharing it. It helps me to, like, make that connection that, oh, this is not just a number, this is not just a viewer, this is a person. And I really appreciate having you guys here tonight. This is it. The home stretch. We're so close. We're going to make it. Yeah. What's wrong? I'm sorry. I was holding you back. I need to learn to trust you. It's not your fault. I tried to leave you behind. And honestly, I've been trying to leave you behind my entire life. I'm sorry. I wish I tried to understand you sooner. I was too proud or stubborn or something. We wasted so much time and energy. At least we're finally talking about it. Yeah. I'm glad the mountain brought you out. I think we can move past this. If we can climb this mountain together, we can do anything. What if we don't make it? I'd be okay with that. You would? Of course. I'm just glad we're trying. I really needed to do this. I'm finally starting to understand why. Let's finish it. Let's finish it, chat! We're starting to understand ourselves and listen to ourselves, which is a very important thing to do. If you don't listen to yourself, you start self-sabotaging in ways that might not be nearly as evident. Whoa. What? Did I? No, okay, I was like, all the gems are here! I got half of them without using a guide, so I'm pretty happy with that. In the earlier part of this map, there's like a section that compares itself to each level. Oh, wait, what happened? And in each section that compares itself to one of the, like, main levels of the game, there's a gem. Shoot. Well, tell Ginger I hope she's feeling better. Shoot, calm down, Gigi, calm down. So close. Nailed it! Look at that confetti. If you have access, can we get some hype emotes going? As we continue to climb this mountain, you can see the flag markers are numbered. That works, Mom. Shoot! I think I want to go to the next marker. My mom knows how much I love popcorn. Alright, we're at the next marker. Now we can die safely. Yeah, look at that! I also have some new emotes in the works, which I'm very excited for. These little pictures give me so much serotonin. Woohoo! 22! You wanna know what's funny? Remember how I said my cheap capture card makes the strawberry gif block my view of the game? So does the emote wall, but I'm okay with this. So what you are seeing in stream is actually also what I am seeing. Oh, what did I... Is the wind getting in the way? I think it is. Yeah, okay, so you have to start, like, jumping immediately. And I have to do that from the highest possible point. No, even then. I think I have to grab... Oh, so close, so close. Let's get this. Yeah! We're gonna have such a good strawberry pie at the end of this game. Yeah! Look at that! 19! 18! 17! It would be a very insane strawberry pie with more than 100 strawberries in it. Alright, that's a hard corner to cut. Oh, I almost saved that. Close. Very close. Oh, too close. How do I get this? Just like that. Just like that. Oops. Nope. Okay. Just one dash and then you climb the wall. Come on, you got this. Yeah. Thank you for the emotes, Mom. Oops. Nope. I see. I see it. Woohoo! 13! 13's actually my lucky number. Do you have a lucky number? Shoot, so close. 4 is your lucky number. I think that's because of when you got married. Aw, shoot. Shoot! And the day you were born, that's true. Shoot, I thought it would come back quicker. Do you ever get so, like, invested in a video game that, like, you're pursing your lips so much or you're, like, sticking your tongue out that your lips go a little numb? Because that is where I'm at right now. Shoot. So I won't be able to wait that one out. I pressed the button. I pressed it. I pressed it again. You clench your jaw and then it cracks. That sounds painful. This is your daily reminder to unclench your jaw. It's very bad to hold on to all of that tension. Hi, Anki. Now is not a good time. Okay, now is... Ow! You're clawing my leg, dude. You coming up? No, you don't have to make bread first. You can just come up. Here he is. Here's the kitty cat. Here's the kitty cat. Kitty, 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 kitty cat. Now I'm gonna blame Inky for every death. You see this, right? He's trying to sabotage me. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. 10. Inky, stop kissing me! My goodness! Nine! I feel like we're counting down the new year. Come on. Come on. You got this, Gigi. This is a very tricky thread the needle precision section. I got there and then I panicked. Left, then up. Not diagonal. Straight left, straight up. Oh, that was almost it. Almost it. There we go, number 8. Number 7. Oops. Only one jump. Yeah! Number 6. I couldn't figure out where to land. Number 5. Guys, we're almost there. Come on. Number 4. I love how I'm telling you guys to, like, unclench your jaw, and I am struggling so hard to do that myself. Hi, Shay! We're gonna beat Celeste! It's happening! Thank you so much for dropping by. Yep, I got the sub badges set up. I have to dash there. No! Wrong way. Linksy's 2 away from, what, 200? Which would be just such a good end of the year number to land on. I still have more strawberries to get, so do not fear. The strawberry game itself might not go away right away. A little recovery point. Number 3! Alright, this part is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna stop reading chat for a minute. If you got those hype emotes, drop them. They will cover up my gameplay, and I will prevail. Why didn't I grab the wall? I need to save my dash for that? Alright, bye, Yankee. I need to save my dash for that. No. Of course, now I can blame the emotes. Dang it, I think I needed that. Yeah, I needed that dash. It must be really nice to have a capture card where you don't have to look at your game feed through OBS. But I am not ready to drop like 200 bucks on an expensive capture card. I have the money, I'm not ready to drop it, you know? No! You need to stop doing that. We got this. We can do this. We're at freaking number 3. Look at us go, number 2! We'll pretend I didn't say those words. We'll pretend those words didn't come out of my mouth. Oh, you got an $80 capture card on sale for $40. See, I have a, I have a budget one that I got on Amazon. I don't even know what brand it is. Number 1! Y'all, if you don't have the hype emote, buy it with channel points. Do this for me. I made it very cheap. Pretty please, do this for me. Because we hit number 1. We hit checkpoint number 1. We actually did it. I can't believe it. Wow, it's so beautiful. Look at how far we've come. I'm glad I got to see this before I... Well, before I... Oh, right. When we leave the mountain, you won't be able to talk to me anymore. At least, not like this. Yeah. I know that we need to go home eventually, but it'll be scary to lose this body. You'll still exist, though. You were part of me before we came here. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna have to depend on you to listen to me. Even if I can't talk to you in person anymore. I just can't go back to how it was before. Before the mountain. Don't worry, I can't go back to that either. I really want us to work together from now on. I believe you, but I'm still nervous. So, now what? Let's just enjoy this for a bit. My heart is full. What mountains are you guys going to try to climb this year? Because if you work with all parts of yourself, I know you can accomplish almost anything. I won't say anything. This game is so gorgeous. Thank you very much for all of the hype. Climbing the mountain. So great. Let me write down, we are at about timestamp 3, probably 12 is before the credits started. I'm using my notebook to write down places to clip. I mean, there were a lot of deaths that were probably slightly funny, but there's so many deaths it's not worth clipping every single one. Ooh, we get a poem. Do you want a poem after the credits or during the credits? If you've never seen the credits, the song is gorgeous. Look at us bouncing on the clouds. Okay, I'm sorry, we're waiting until after the credits. I'm so distracted. Look at them. They're getting along. They're listening to each other. Oh, it's Mr. Oshiro. He's cleaning up. So, the magic of Celeste Mountain gave our anxiety a physical form. It was always a part of us, always there. But before we got to the mountain, we were just kind of ignoring it and trying to live our lives the best way we could. We even confided in Theo at one point that mostly how we coped was drinking and yelling at people on the internet. That's a literal quote from the game. And the point of this game is to try to embrace all of the parts of yourself so that you can work with them. If you're ignoring parts of yourself, they're going to kind of cause you to lash out and act in ways that you don't fully understand. And it's because that part of yourself is not being heard. Where is Theo? So at the beginning of chapter 6, you may remember from last time, you and part of you kind of get into a fight and fall all the way back down the mountain. Theo met up with you at the bottom of the mountain and offered to hold your stuff because he was kind of like just happy you were alive. I don't think he ever wanted to get to the summit. But then all of the last chapter is literally you climbing the entire mountain again. So here's Theo. Welcome back. Gigi! Did you make it to the summit? Yeah, we did. It was incredible. Beautiful, isn't it? I didn't think it would be worth it, but it totally was. I should have given you my phone so you could take the ultimate selfie. Good evening, everyone. What are you doing here? A little bird told me there was to be a party. RSVP my bird, positively magical. But if I am unwelcome, I shall take my leave. Look at him peeking out of the corner of his eye. So dramatic. Please stay, Mr. Oshiro. It's good to see you. You know, this is the first time I've seen you outside that hotel of yours, Oshiro. I'm glad you made it. Gigi here is baking us a pie with all of the strawberries she's been collecting. Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Gigi. I haven't had strawberry pie since I was a kid. This is gonna be amazing! Don't get your hopes up, she's not much of a baker. You also said I wasn't a mountain climber. True. I can't promise it'll live up to the hype, Theo, but I tried my best. So, how's it taste? Hey. Yo! Look at it! Gigi, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. Come on, be honest. He's right, dear. This is delicious. It's truly magnificent, Miss Gigi. A symphony for the taste buds. Can I take partial credit for this? Wow, thanks everyone. I worked really hard for it. I know, her hair is grabbing an extra strawberry. Yo, we're only missing 25. That's amazing. I think most of them are probably in the summit. There were a lot. So that's the epilogue, and there is a chapter left. There's one chapter remaining. It's called The Core. Yes, Gigi. It's called The Core. And things get weird in the core of the mountain. Probably partly because of all of the magic that goes on in Celeste Mountain. So let's take a peek. The summit, 27 out of 47. Yeah, I'm not surprised I'm missing a lot here. I'm missing a ton here. There must have been more exploration that I didn't do. But that's not bad. I still have some B-sides to unlock. The B-sides are very difficult. Like, stupid difficult. Let me jump into a B-side just to show you. I don't think I'm gonna beat it. But also enjoy the music. Oops. Nope. What am I doing wrong? Where can I get my dash back? There we go. So this is much harder. Oh, I can't grab anymore. Shoot. No, so close! You can see that this amps up the difficulty a lot. Alright. Where did my dash go? How did I lose it already? Aw. Booger. Oh, I had to use it already. Oh. So you have to kick back there. They basically give you a whole other game, except this one is a lot... Oh, shoot. This one's a lot quicker. If you can play it, it's a lot quicker. Oh, shoot. I'm close. I don't want to get too involved in this because I will be wrapping up soon. I get to run to my parents to pick up... There we go. I get to run to my parents to... No! Why didn't you... You were there! I get to run to my parents to pick up my paint pour creations. And you can check them out in the Discord. Shoot! So close. Okay, you have to be very intentional about that. Oop. Shoot. Almost. Yeah, so, like, you have to be super mindful of your momentum, your stamina, everything for the B-sides. Oops. See, I wonder if going down is a mistake. Well, at the very least, you have gotten the feel for, like, oh, this is a lot tougher. They've really amped up the difficulty, so you kind of really have to study the room and figure out the path that the game wants you to take. But we have a poem to read. This is the second time, so I will write this down. Shay was the first, Lynxie is the second. That way I can also track, like, okay, which poems have I read on stream so that I don't just read the same, like, 3 poems and say, oh, I'm good. I read a poem. Writing poetry. All right. I have a poem that I'm going to read. It is a poem I wrote as a wedding gift to my good buddy, Azurago. We'll switch over to just chatting. And let me blow up the captions just a little bit. Captions, captions, captions. This one is the captions. This one is the captions. Not the swan. Yes, poem gnome. All right. Let me see if I can get some good music going with this. I can enter a specific area in Celeste real quick, if I have it. I have a specific song in mind. No. Go back to the map. Back to the map. Good. 27 deaths. Great. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Madeline. Inky hi. He wants to yell again. Here we go. This song is so freaking good. Are you ready? Oh yeah. Well, so this one is very, very long. I know last time I kind of like put it on screen for you to view at the same time, but this one would take a couple of pictures to get. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. It's worth it. Pardon me. So your backstory for this poem is that this was one of my best friends throughout all of college. He was getting married, and he was the one who ran the Minecraft server. So, like, all 4 years of college, I was an admin on the server, played so much. We spent a lot of time together building some cool things. And I'd say that those were some pretty formative years. So just knowing that he was getting married and starting the next chapter in his life got me a little bit emotional, as it does. I don't know if he still has it. He probably does, but I also made... I made him a book with some pictures of our builds in Minecraft together. So kind of just like a little memory book. You may look at the poem, but don't read it yet, because I'm reading it to you. This one's very rhymey. Last time, I did one that was not rhymey at all. Hi, Angel! You're here in time for poetry. And we are also listening to some real chill music from Celeste. I'm gonna have to turn it down in my ears because I have that kind of attention span where if I hear music, I can't talk at the same time. Alright. This poem is called Airships. The open skies become a page with which our travels we record. I with bow and wisdom sage, and you, your strength and trusted sword. United, we will board this boat and look ahead to scarlet skies, soaring through this place remote, unconscious of what this way lies. Onward through the clouded seas with vivid painted brushing stroke, canvas packed with memories, embroidered in a cirrus cloak. As the sun begins descending, heavens filled with violet hue, venture forward, will unbending, dawn will carry light anew. In stagnant wind, our movement fleeting, both the sun and moon in tow, offering horizon's greeting, vast adventures drowse below. Navigation is perfected as the current stuffs the sail, synchronized with thoughts connected, plunge beneath the foggy veil. Buried neath the diamond sky, the surface seems alive with sound. Melodies crescendo high, a symphony of tones abound. Looking up to castle strands and architectured air above, my attention want demands our strong accord be thinking of. Knowing yet our paths will part is turbulent and bittersweet. Thrill erupts within my heart, remembering these roads will meet. Excitement for your trip ahead, I sense emotions start to swell. Sunrise fades to gradient red, and I can hear the peal of bells. That was actually the first poem I wrote as an adult to, like, get myself into poetry writing. Oh, let me write 334. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. It's always nerve-wracking, honestly, to have to read a poem, especially, like, some of these are very old and I have not seen them for a while. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I love my mods. I don't remember if I shouted at you yet, so I'm shouting at you. Oh, the Pikachu on the hat. That's a good one. It's a very good one. Feels good. We beat Celeste. We climbed the mountain. And we can pretend the mountain is 2022, or 2021, sorry. Not yet, not yet. And we climbed it together. I am really grateful to have all of you guys here tonight. This has been such a wonderful stream, such a wonderful night. I feel super encouraged to, like, keep playing, but I also know I'm at 3.5 hours, so I'm reaching my normal limit. Let's see. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow, so my plan is to stream at maybe like 5 o'clock. Do some Breath of the Wild to ring in the new year. I don't plan to go super late because people might have, I almost said 4th of July. That certainly is not the right holiday. People might have New Year's Eve plans, so I don't want to, like, push too close to people going to parties or anything like that. So Breath of the Wild tomorrow, sometime between 5 or 6, I will tweet about it and post in the Discord about it. Sunday, we're gonna start off the new year with some very chill Moonglow Bay. So come on by, tell me what you hope to accomplish in 2022, and we'll celebrate what we all accomplished in 2021. And honestly, even if it was just getting through the year, that's such an accomplishment. This year has been a bit of a mess. I'm just really happy that you guys are all still here, because it's been tough, honestly. Get some water. Yes, we're gonna do some Fish Dew Bay, because I got Pioneers of Olive Town as a Christmas gift from Barry, and I would be excited to dip back into that, but I also don't want to have too many different farming sims going at the same time. Blaze it! I'm going to assume that that was Angel and not Shay. I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. And I think it's going to be sometime around January 10th. I'm going to be doing a technically a 7-month streamiversary celebration with building Legos. It's probably going to be a longer stream, maybe closer to like 6-ish hours, and on a Saturday, of course. And yeah, be building Legos with a Minecraft cube cardboard head on, and going through some clips. It was Angel. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. All right. Let me look and see who I can raid. I do see somebody who I could raid, who is doing a birth week celebration, but let me see who all is online. Yep. That we're gonna raid Lucavian. Everyone wish him a happy birth week. Here's the raid message. Copy and paste and drop some hype emotes, because I don't know when his birthday is, but it is his birth week, and he's raising money for the Trevor Project this week. Thank you guys so much for being here to watch me climb this mountain and talk about part theory. My therapist literally talks to me about part theory like on a bi-weekly basis. It's such a great tool to like understand yourself. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow at like 5 o'clock for some Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to get back into it. So until then, enjoy your downtime. Hopefully you guys don't have to work tomorrow and you can just rest and focus on yourselves. And until then, keep growing and going. Bye everyone. I love you guys too. Yes, be very gentle with yourself. It has been a tough year, and the fact that you guys are all here with me, it speaks volumes to how strong you are. So make sure you take it easy and rest. Now we can raid. Bye, everyone.
How was your stream? What were you doing? You were doing Celeste. Oh, how did Celeste treat you? Hi, Shay.